Hey, I'm Dennis.
Hey, I'm Jay.
I'm Woody.
And we're here today to talk to you about Jasper guitars. We all play Jasper guitars. We love Jasper guitars, and we're going to tell you why. I know for me, I think one of the coolest things is the responsiveness that they bring, and it's probably because it's not just a guitar, it's a resonance system that you can tune to a frequency that you want. So this patented device is really what makes the magic happen. It's a carbon fiber plate that sits over the hollow chamber that you can fine-tune to vibrate at whatever frequency you're looking to get out of your guitar.
Yeah, and that makes it totally usable in any application, whether you're in the studio, playing live, just matching it to whatever song you want to play. It makes it super versatile and match any part.
And I think the responsiveness is something that we all have talked about, that we love about those guitars, and this is part of how that works.
The acoustic properties make it seem like you're playing through an amplifier almost.
Yeah, in fact, I often play the guitar unamplified because it just resonates, and for me, it almost feels like it's alive.
Yeah.
It's a measure of any good guitar, right, is how does it sound when it's unplugged, you know?
Right.
And this, all the Jaspers, due to the system and how it's designed, just the guitar build itself makes it, resonate perfectly.
A good tube amp, you can hit a note as lightly and it will, pop out.
Right.
You can hit it loudly, it also pops out.
Yep, and these things, that's a tall order to get a guitar, an electric guitar that you don't plug in, that is inspiring and responds in that way. Like those notes just blossom.
But then around it too, like the whole guitar, all the appointments all kind of feed into that, right? The electronics, nothing gets in the way of that system and how it helps you respond.
Yeah, attention to detail.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, the boutique quality is, it is really unmatched. Like super, super great quality.
Yeah, tone woods, high-end electronics, even, just the attention of detail is played to the taper of the neck.
Yep.
Everything is sort of built around the comfort of the player.
Kind of the satin finish on the back of the neck too, right? The little details like that add up to a perfect guitar.
So when I play, I tune down a half step. And I play to an open tuning, so I'm tuned down to an E flat chord. So I actually have the guitar dialed in so it resonates really well at E flat.
Okay.
So that gives me a sweet spot as far as when the guitar will sustain to a level that's almost unnatural. And then all of the sympathetic vibrations that happen in B, which is the fifth, right? There's a math.
Right.
We don't want to go into math, but there's a reason from a frequency point of view why that works.
Pythagoras, he gets involved,
Right.
and we don't want, yeah.
Right. So the way that actually works is you get this awesome little coin with the Jasper logo, and you can tighten or loosen the tension on this back plate, this carbon fiber plate, with that tool, which allows you to kind of dial it in to get that frequency response that you're looking for. Now, I use it to tune it to the key that my guitar is tuned to. I know you do it a little bit differently.
Yeah, a lot of what I do is, in session work, I will tune the guitar to match the part that I'm playing. If I'm playing it in a higher register on the neck, doing some different chord voicings or something like that, I might choose to, we talked about the math, I might choose to resonate at the third or the fifth, or maybe to avoid it and go to more of a fourth or even just the octave, just to avoid any, impropriety.
Unpleasantry.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
I use mine in a horn band, so I tend to tighten it up so it skinnies up the sound, because I need to cut through 13 other people.
Sure.
2 keyboard players, 4 horns, backups, the whole 9.
A lot of mid-range.
So I just kind of crank it tight so it's fast and
Sure. And most of the time I play in a trio, so I have to cover a lot of territory.
Right.
So that sustain, since I'm the only one in those frequency ranges, that really helps me.
yeah, you need to fill more space.
Right.
Yeah,
I've
you're
got
either
a lot of
singing,
space.
right?
And the thing is when you loosen it up, it has that fat, bloomy, character to it. That's great for a trio.
Right.
But
Absolutely.
I like to be able to skinny it up for the band I play in.
And I like to be able to pick my spot. One spot might be I need the whole frequency range. Might just need the treble. I might need something like that. Just fine tune it, I guess, to the part.
It also gives you the option, you know, sometimes you play in a room that's just problematically, there
Right.
are frequencies that
We've all
just
been
take
there.
off.
Yeah.
You know, you would have some ability to control that with
Yep.
the guitar, just
Yeah.
acoustically.
Yeah. Some stages are boomy.
So what sets these guitars apart from most other guitars, even high-end custom guitars, is the build quality and the way that they're put together.
Yeah, the neck pocket's super tight. The necks are, you know, nice and resonant and hard. You know, you match the tone of you can match the resonance of the body with this to the neck too, and that's kind of a cool thing. But yeah, fit and finish. It's got the old nitro finish on it.
Nickel
real
hardware.
thin, nickel hardware. Yeah, that's great. Mine's already checking because it's like the old vintage guitars, you know, with a super thin nitrocellulose finish that is just super resonant.
And I'm lucky enough to own one of the prototypes that Tony put together. This is prototype number 2 of 4, that really, you know, has the same features that all of the product line does. And this one checked pretty nicely over the winter. But it also, even though it's a prototype, the build quality is outstanding. The attention to detail is just unbelievable.
All the fretwork, you know, all the corners are rolled off, so it's super comfortable to play. No matter what neck shape you have or ordered, you know, you can pick whatever you want. The tone woods, you have all the options, all roasted maples or roasted ash bodies. You know, that's what I've ordered. That kind of thing. You know,
It plays in tune.
Absolutely.
All the way up the neck.
Yeah.
And,
You know,
and not only
it's-
does it in tune and the intonation's amazing, the frequency balance.
Yeah.
There are no sweet spots because the entire neck is a sweet spot.
Well, that was kind of what I was talking about before about it being like an amplifier. Is the notes ring together harmonically,
Right.
in a way that's
You get the
That's hard to
separation.
get out of a solid body guitar. You know, you get the separation, but you also get the smear.
Sure.
You know, where the notes are interacting
Depending
with each
on how
other
you're playing it, right?
in a way that most of the time you can only get with distortion and harmonics in a tube amp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's real touch sensitive.
Dynamic.
Absolutely. And I'm not sure if it was by design or it's just happenstance, but the overtones are always musical. I was in a situation where the sound guy at a club we were playing put plexiglass all around my amp, and then they had mic'd the cone and said, "Don't worry, we'll give it to you in the monitors." And the monitor was this big old thing with a nasty horn, and it's mic'd on the cone.
Junk but loud.
And it just harsh. But I found a frequency I could work with. It was in the guitar, you know. Most guitars, it would have just been a miserable gig, and it would have been a really long night. But it found a sweet spot.
Part of the thing you were talking about too about the intonation that we should mention is all the hardware being built in Green Bay, in-house by Jasper, right? It's all designed for these guitars, and it intonates perfectly. You get perfect break angle. Everything about it is just fully adjustable, and it's the aged nickel. You gotta have that.
Gotta have it.
Gotta have it.
Absolutely.
What about the
Truss rod.
truss rod
Truss rod
adjustment?
adjustment.
That's huge.
Dual action truss rods available. Absolutely.
We all play outside during the summer. You know.
Here in Wisconsin, man, you go
Yeah.
from 40 degrees.
If you go from Madison to Milwaukee, you got to adjust
yeah,
your neck
exactly.
because you're
Yeah.
next to
You
the
need a whole
lake.
new setup sometimes, right?
So that's great.
So, one of the things we talk about all the time is the electronics, right? And you can pair the electronics to the guitar to make it, perfect for your application. In this case, we have an HSS configuration where we have the El Rayo humbucker, which is a nice low output humbucker that you can split here with the super switch, the 5-way. Then we have the vintage blondes for the single coils here. The reason the El Rayo kind of works is it's about the same output as the single coils.
Balances.
Yep. But here you have a selectable 5-way position switch, so you can make it do whatever you want it to do.
Absolutely. In fact, mine is set up so that the fourth position is the two humbuckers together in series.
The fat switch.
Which, because the knobs and the switch is my pedal board, right? I don't play
Right,
pedals.
you're straight in.
Yeah, that series position is my boost.
Right. Yeah, and the other thing is the wiring harnesses are all made by Emerson, so it's the super high quality components literally throughout the whole guitar.
You can learn more by going to the website, jasperguitarcompany.com. They have amazing videos. They have a lot of content. The Jasper TV YouTube channel has a lot of great resources as well.
Yep, and you can find some more information on the patent for the system, the resonance system as well.
Should we play some music?
Let's do it.